It's a place where I love to be. Look in a book, here's a story for you. Who makes stories when the day is through? Who makes stories when the day is through? Story makers, working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers, stories are fabulous, stories are fun.
Rossetti Wordsworth.
Jelly and Jackson.
Working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers, stories are fabulous, stories are fun. Come and be a story maker.
Oh, look at the time, everyone. It's time to go home. Let's put the books away. Okay. All right, Aisha. Come on, Kai. That's it.
Story makers. Story makers. Story makers.
It's midnight in the library. Hello.
Time for all story makers to come out. Are you ready?
The sun is down, the stars are bright. Story makers come out at night. Oh, Rossetti Wordsworth, magical story maker here to make stories with you. Hello.
What's he reading, Jackson?
Oh, hello, Jelly. I saw the children reading this earlier. It looked rather interesting.
Cows?
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to find Blue Cow.
Oh, well, is she in there?
Jelly, Jackson.
Oh, hello, Rossetti.
You're just the people I need.
Oh, what for, Rossetti?
Well, I need a good idea for Mike.
Mike?
Mike? Who's Mike, Rossetti?
Mike?
Yes.
Well, you don't know?
No.
Mike is my bike, and I need to dress him up for the fancy dress parade.
Oh, dressing up.
What are you going to dress Mike up as, Rossetti?
Exactly, Jackson. I need an idea. What can I turn him into?
A cow!
A cow? How a cow exactly?
Well, Mike looks a bit like a cow. Well, I mean, he's got those horn things on the front.
Oh, yes, I see.
Yes.
Oh, we could put his face here. Oh, brilliant.
Yes, and you could put a tail on the back.
Rossetti!
What?
We could make Mike into Blue Cow.
Oh, perfect. Oh, let's get started. What do we need?
Some cardboard.
Oh, right. Cardboard.
Oh, yes, and rope.
And rope.
Tissue.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you. Oh, no, I meant tissue. Tissue.
Oh, yes, I see. Oh, sorry, here we are.
No, not that sort of tissue. I meant the tissue the children use to make pretty things.
Oh, you mean this sort of tissue?
Yes, that's so.
Here we are. Now, let's get started. Let's sort all this stuff out.
Oh, well, while you're sorting all this stuff out, can we go and make a story?
Oh, yes, I would love a dressing up story.
Good idea, Jellybean. It'll get us in the mood.
We could use this tissue.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Hello, story machine. Please, could we have a dressing up story?
Yes, a story with a ghost in it, because look, this looks like ghost's clothes.
Yes.
Ghost.
And will you help us?
Oh, yes, we need lots of imagination to make the machine work.
Yes, join in with the magic words. Imagine. Imagine. Imagine a story.
Oh, it's coming, Jelly, look.
Oh, it's a Sniff and Wag story.
And it's called The Fairy Dog Mother.
Sniff and Wag are friends. When the day ends and the sky grows dark, they sneak into the park through a hole in the fence. The two friends are out for a stroll one night when something flappy and white gives them a bit of a fright. Oh, help! There's a ghost in the park and it's spooky and swoopy, yaps Wag. Shoo, ghosty, shoo! We don't want to play with you, barks Sniff.
Oh, don't be scaredy, chaps, says the ghost. It's only me, Nat the Bat. I'm going to be a ghost at the fancy dress ball, and it's up down in the dell. Why don't you two come as well?
But Sniff and Wag haven't anything to wear.
I can't wait, or else I'll be late,
says Nat, and off he flaps. Poor Sniff and Wag. They're feeling very glum. They haven't anything to wear. They're going to miss the fun. But suddenly there's a whizz and a pop and a bang, and a funny-looking dog is standing beside them. Hello? Who are you? barks Sniff. I am your fairy dog mother, and I'm here to make all your wishes come true, the fairy dog mother woofs. Bow, wow, wow! What a bit of luck! Now the little friends will be able to dress up. Abracadabra, yup, yup, woof! She waves her magic wand and... Look! A pirate Sniff and a fairy Wag. Oh, thank you, they bark. The three funny-looking dogs trot across the park to the party in the dell, where there's music and dancing, and tasty treats as well. They do the okey-cokey round the old oak tree, and they dance until they feel quite sleepy. Come on, little Wag, it's time to go, barks Sniff. Thank you for our costumes. Can we wear them home? Of course you can, my sweeties, says the fairy dog mother. Goodbye. You're a wonderful pirate, Sniff, yaps Wag. What do you think of me? You're the fairiest fairy I ever did see, barks Sniff. Good night. Sleep tight, my little friends. Tomorrow we will play again.
Oh, hello, Jackson. Is Jelly going to come and help us?
No, she said she was dressing up as a fairy so she can help us with her magic later. Oh. That's what she said. Oh, look, that looks wonderful.
Yeah, it's all your idea, Pink One. I'm fixing the head here, just underneath the handlebar horns.
I know a joke about horns.
A joke? Oh, come on, let's have it then.
Why do cows wear bells?
I don't know. Why do cows wear bells?
Because their horns don't work.
Because their horns don't work. I was thinking we could use the rest of this cardboard at the back.
Oh, what's that going to be?
Well, I think it's going to be Blue Cow's bottom.
A bottom? Oh, well, you need a tail on the bottom.
Oh, yes, what can I use for the tail?
What about that piece of rope there?
Oh, yes, I've forgotten. Yes, this will be perfect. I'll tie it on here.
Right.
I'll have to move this first. Oh. Could you hold it for me, please?
Yes, thank you. Oh, that looks interesting.
Right, the tail.
What is this?
Oh, it's a special bike light, so I really show up in the dark.
Oh, look, it flashes. Oh, it's a brilliant bike light.
Oh, be careful with it.
Oh, I will be careful, yes, Rossetti. Could I make a story with it?
Oh, no, Jackson, you can't put my bike light in the machine.
Oh, I won't put it in the machine, Rossetti. I promise. I just want to put some flashes into the story machine. Flash, 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 flash. There we are. Are you ready for the next bit? Imagine a story. Oh, here it comes. What's it going to be? Oh, it's a playbook. And it's called Mum's Red Car. Oh, I wonder if it's got flashing light.
Thomas and his mum had been to the park and it was time to go home. Thomas sat in the car with his toy steering wheel and turned the key. And Mum turned her car key. Whizz, pop, bang! Oh no, the car's broken down. What do we do now, thought Thomas. Mum got Thomas out of the car and she called for someone to come out and help them. Our car's broken down. Will you come out and help us, please? It's best to stand away from the car and the road, so let's go and feed the geese while we wait for the man in the lorry, Mum told Thomas. Oh, the geese were very hungry. Look! Thomas shouted. He spotted a bright yellow truck driving up the path. Its orange lights were flashing. Oh, I hope he can help. The driver of the van was called John, and he tried to start the car, but he had no luck. John opened the bonnet. That's the big door at the front of the car. Thomas had a look too. No, it didn't look good. John said he couldn't fix the car here, and he'd have to take it to a garage. So John moved his truck. Thomas and his mum jumped inside. Thomas could see John through the window. But how was John going to get their car on his truck? Thomas watched as John lowered something to lift the car up. Then he attached a wire to Mummy's red car. He pushed a button and the car moved forward. And then he raised the front of the car up into the air. Thomas liked this bit a lot. John put a yellow belt around the wheel so that the car wouldn't fall off. Mum helped Thomas into his car seat. They were ready to go. Off they drove. Thomas and his mum looked out the window as they drove down the road. That was the best drive Thomas had ever been on. Thank you, John.
My magic and magic.
Jelly, did you see the story I made with the big flashing lorry?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I would love to drive a lorry like that.
Well, you know something, Jackson?
What?
That man John was like a fairy godmother.
Well, he didn't look like a fairy.
No, he didn't.
No.
But he did appear and help them when they were in trouble. And that's what fairy godmothers actually do.
Yes, I suppose so.
You know what else?
What?
I am actually a fairy godmother.
Well, you haven't been helping very much. Rossetti and I have been working really hard.
But I've got a special spell to help.
Have you?
Yes. Watch. Abracadabra, I help you now. Turn Mike the bike into a cow.
Ooh.
Now look under there.
What, under here? Okay, what is it? Oh, what's it? It's two washing up gloves that are blowed up. Well, a bike can't wear blowed up washing up gloves.
Well, I thought they looked a bit like that thing cows have.
What?
You know, the milk bit.
Oh, yes, the udder. Yes, I suppose they do look a bit like udders. Let's go and show them to Rossetti. Come on.
Okay. Rossetti, look what I magicked for you.
It's an udder for mine.
Yes.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you, Jelly.
Yes.
But before I fix one on, I think we'd better make another story.
What should we use?
This.
Oh.
Okay.
A cow only has one udder, so I'm going to use one for my bike.
Yes, and the udder for the story machine.
Perhaps it will make a cow story.
Yes.
Will you help us?
Imagine
a story.
It's called Bubbly Blue Cow.
One day, Blue Cow saw a shiny bubble float by. Ooh, I wonder where that came from. She's off again, said the other cows. So Blue Cow caught the bus that stops beside her field. I'd like a ticket to a place where bubbles come from, please. There you go, madam. Hold very tight. And they set off for Daisy Hill. And then they arrived. Blue Cow was standing next to a grassy bank. On top of it stood a man in a coat of coloured patches. He had a large coloured bucket beside him and he was stirring it with a strange stick. Some children were watching him. "Excuse me," said Blue Cow, "is this where bubbles come from?" "Yes, it is," said a girl called Ada May. "This is Barnaby the bubble maker. He makes the most amazing bubbles," said a boy called Braden. "Look." Barnaby the bubble maker pulled the stick out of the bucket. It looked a bit like a lollipop. Then he blew gently into it and a bubble began to grow and grow and grow until it was the most enormous bubble that floated away over the hill. "Moo!" gasped Blue Cow, clapping with the children.
"Would somebody bring me a daisy?"
said Barnaby. Ada May rushed over with a daisy she'd picked. Barnaby blew a bubble round it and the daisy floated away inside the bubble. Everyone clapped again. Then Barnaby the bubble maker asked for a volunteer. The children pushed Blue Cow forward. Barnaby took his lollipop stick from the bucket and started to blow and blow and blow until the most enormous bubble surrounded Blue Cow. And before she knew it, she was floating up into the sky inside a bubble. The children cheered below. "Moo, I'm flying," said Blue Cow. "This is fantastic, flying in a bubble. I wonder where I'm going." But before she had a chance to find out, the bubble popped. Blue Cow came tumbling back to earth and landed beside Barnaby and the children. Ada May and Braden rushed over to give her a hug. "That was brilliant, Blue Cow." "Moo, I think that was the most unusual way I've ever travelled. Perhaps I'll stick to the bus from now on."
Oh, I would love to ride in a bubble, wouldn't you?
Yes, but I think I would still rather ride in a flashing lorry more.
Or how about a ride on Blue Cow?
It's finished.
Yeah, oh, it's brilliant, Rossetti.
Well, thanks for helping. But I think it's time to go.
Oh, yes, look. It's getting light. Come on, Jelly.
Yes, my sweets. Dawn is upon us. The morning is nigh. We've made our Blue Cow, and we bid you goodbye.
Story makers, working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers,
Goodbye for now.
Come back and see us soon.
Come and make some more stories soon.